It's getting very obvious that this pressure is mounting across the crypto market, that we're on the verge of just this big absolute blowout where things get very exciting again for crypto in general. And in terms of XRP, these past few days have seemed kind of quiet, like there hasn't been a whole lot going on, ups and downs. And people don't realize that this is actually one of the biggest weeks we have had as of late. And we need to talk about why this is in fact so important. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So yes, when we look at the closing price for XRP over the past few days, I mean, you can see it's not much variance. It's within 1%, which is kind of crazy because of how volatile the crypto market has been. And XRP has in fact been participating in this volatility. We saw again the runs a few days ago all the way up to our 618 line at about $2.30. We had a retest yesterday at our 20-day moving average down about $2.10. And now we're kind of sitting right in the middle at about $2.20 and trying to fight this 100-day moving average. We're looking for a breakout similar to what we're seeing for most other assets in the crypto space. And something I want people to remember here is even though XRP right now isn't making massive runs, understand how good it's been during this time. In terms of XRP dominance, look at how consistent it's been since that breakout all the way in the early part of December. If we look at the XRP BTC chart, which I should have had pulled up as well, we can see a very similar trend. It's very much just staying even keel. It's holding its strength in the crypto market. And that's a very good spot to be at while the market is going through these ebbs and flows, because there's something very important that's taking place. So first of all, in terms of BTC, this is the biggest thing we need. We need BTC to keep taking these legs, to keep liquidating shorts, to keep instilling this confidence in the crypto market, because that is how we're going to make further legs to the upside. If BTC is kind of putzing around doing one of these, that's not terrible for crypto, but it's not great, right? It doesn't bring retail in. It doesn't trigger adoption, the things that are necessary for these next major legs across the crypto space. Now, what is good for XRP are two specific things. First of all, we are starting to see a little bit of a pivot in terms of XRP search traffic. So since April 20th, every single one of these days has been higher, which is a very good sign. It's not massive. It's not like we're hitting the top of these like we did back on February 3rd, but what it is a rise nonetheless. And this is what we're starting to see throughout crypto. So there is in fact increased optics, increased search traffic. That's all good stuff. But what I will say is very big for XRP is this removal of supply. So when we look at these last several days in terms of XRP, there's actually been some pretty significant removal. We're talking about days of $40 to $80 million removed from exchanges in terms of XRP supply daily. In fact, when we look at this week alone, you guys can see it's been a pretty darn big week. $155 million in XRP removed from exchanges. And this has been a very consistent theme. I know we've talked about this more and more as time has gone on, because I really want to give people a visual of what this year has been looking like. It has been accumulation and hoarding, accumulation and hoarding. So people right now are building these bags of XRP that they are unwilling to dump at current prices. That removes a lot of that upside liquidity. It removes a lot of that resistance, and it makes it easier for prices to go on runs when these breakouts do in fact occur. What we're seeing is the same thing in terms of Bitcoin. Bitcoin hitting some of these lows that we have not seen in terms of supply since cycles ago. This is a great sign. So everything is starting to shift across the crypto market. We're starting to see, the right dynamics. We're starting to see the right things that are conducive, that make the market conducive for some of these bigger extended breakouts. Sentiment on the rise, right? Capital on the sidelines starting to re-enter the crypto market. Just something pull up quick here, right? USDT dominance looking like it's going to drop below 5%. I mean, it's all taking place perfectly. And yes, it's been a process. Yes, there have been times that have sucked, but we're slowly but surely getting into this moment where finally all that pressure that's pushing on the market from the downside to the up, it's going to blow through the ceiling. And then things are going to get very exciting. So I just want to share that with you guys. I appreciate it as always. Let me know your thoughts. When do you think this break is going to take place? How high do you think XRP is going to get to? I think it's only a matter of time till we're once again in price discovery. So have a great day. Show your love below. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.